Welcome back to the Little Marketing Podcast, where we share practical real-life advice for Australian small businesses all across Australia. So today we're going to talk about why it's so important to be discoverable now more than ever. So if you think about your own business, can people find you if they're looking for your product or the service that you offer? Because at the end of the day, you could have the best business, you might have the best customer service, but if people can't find you, then none of that's going to matter. And the interesting thing is how people are finding businesses today versus maybe 5 or 10 years ago, which is why it's super important to make sure that you're discoverable. So today let's chat about what discoverability means, what's changed, and what small business owners should be focusing on. So if we go back even just a few years, a lot of people relied heavily on word of mouth. So they'd ask their family or their friends for recommendations. And while that still happens now, people are searching for themselves now probably more than ever. So if you think about your own behavior, how often do you Google something, maybe search on YouTube, look at reviews, check out social media, or even asking AI tools questions? So the answer is probably every day, and that means that your customers and your clients are also doing the same thing. And the thing that's changed is they're not just looking for businesses anymore, but they're researching, they're comparing, they're validating, and they're building that trust before they're even contacting you. So if your business isn't showing up in that process, then you're missing out on opportunities. So it sounds obvious, but it's worth repeating. People can't buy from businesses that they don't know exist. So a big mistake that small businesses can make is to focus solely on referrals. So referrals themselves are great, but relying on them fully is a bit risky because you can't control how often they come in. So discoverability is all about finding ways that other people can find you, because if someone doesn't get a referral, then how are they going to know about you? Because if someone doesn't receive a referral, what are they going to do? They're going to search, and that's where being discoverable is going to become critical for your small business. So often when people hear discoverability, they probably think of Google straight away. And Google is an important part of that, but it has changed a lot in the last couple of years. So people discover businesses through a lot of things now, including Google, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, industry directories, online reviews, podcasts, and one of the new ones, AI search tools. The number of places that people can find your businesses now has increased dramatically. And while that can create more opportunities, small businesses really need to think about where their ideal audience is going to be searching. Because you don't actually need to be everywhere, but you need to be in the places that are most visible to your ideal customers and clients. Being discoverable isn't just about being found, but it's about building trust as well. If someone hears about your business, one of the first things they do is they're probably going to search you. They'll visit your website, they'll check out your social media, they might even look at your reviews and see what content you've created. And that's them validating whether you're legitimate and a good fit for them. Discoverability isn't just about helping people find you, but it's also about helping people feel comfortable in choosing you. Another thing is that a lot of small businesses think that discoverability is just a one-off thing. So, they've built a website, created social media pages, and set up a Google business profile, and then they stop. But discoverability happens through consistency. It's the more content you create, the more frequently you show up, and the more opportunities people have to find you. And not everybody is going to be ready to purchase from you the first day that they find you. Sometimes they'll find you today, then maybe again next week, maybe in a couple of months. But if they're repeatedly seeing you, then when the time's right, they're going to reach out because they're going to think of your business. So we can't finish today's episode about discoverability without talking about AI. The way people are searching for information is evolving quickly, and people are searching with full questions versus just keywords. Like, who can help me create a marketing strategy for my small business in Sydney? So it's very different search behavior, and it also means that small businesses need to be aware of the type of content that they're putting out there, the businesses that clearly explain what they do, who they help, where they operate, and their expertise are often in a stronger position to be discovered through both traditional searches and AI-generated searches. And at the end of the day, discoverability creates opportunity for more inquiries, for more leads and referrals, partnerships, sales, and growth of your small business. Because every time someone's going to find your business, there's a chance of a relationship building. The businesses that invest in being visible tend to create more opportunities than the businesses that are just waiting around to see if people are going to contact them. So if you're listening to this episode, there are a few simple questions worth asking yourself. So if someone searched for your service today, would they be able to find you? Does your website clearly explain what you do? Are you consistently creating content? Are you visible where your customers are looking? And would someone trust your brand just based on what they're finding online? And asking yourself those questions can reveal a lot about your small business. Being discoverable has always mattered in small business, but today it's more important than ever because customers have more options, they have more ways to search, and they have more information before they need to make a decision. The businesses that are easy to find, easy to trust, and easy to understand are often the ones that create more opportunities for themselves. So take some time out this week to think about how discoverable your business actually is, and you might need to make some small tweaks here and there to make sure that you're being discovered. So as always, thank you for listening to today's episode. If it was helpful, please subscribe or like the video. If you want some more information, please head to our website, which is littlemarketing.com.au. You can visit our socials for some more information or even send us an email at ask@littlemarketing.com.au.
Please note that all the information provided on this podcast is general in nature and is not intended to be specific advice to your individual situation. Please be sure to engage a professional for a customized approach to your business and personal circumstances.